everybody, and welcome to Royal Flush's game night on Tuesday, the 28th of July. Hope everyone is well and keeping out of trouble. That's what we like to have people keeping out of trouble. Trouble ain't no good. Let me turn the placeholder off. Yo, how's everyone doing? I'm feeling distinctly mellow today. I had an incredibly late night last night. So late, in fact, so late that I'd had a nap. In fact, I think this might have been why it was late. Because I had a nap at like 6 o'clock or something. Fell asleep on the bed. Thank you very much for the 1 year subscription, Matt the Ref. Very, very grateful to you, and to Ash earlier on for the 1 year subscription. Oh, we've been fam for a year now. It's very exciting. Thank you for your continued love and support. And for sticking around as long as you have. This is one of my Laze Around the House t-shirts. I've been lazing around the house today playing Pokemon Red and feeling also retro. So the great thing is now you can do it on your phone. There's a little app that you can like pin to the desktop. It basically played in browser, but you pin the browser to your desktop like an app. And it's very exciting. I've got a Rubik's Cube here as well now. I've transferred it to be here, so I'll probably solve that a bit later on at some point. Also, yeah. So last Sunday I ordered a new desk. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but they apparently sent it to the wrong thing. Thank you very much for the 8-month subscription there, Clive of Legend. What do you call a donkey with a chainsaw? Whatever it wants. Absolutely you do. Thank you for the 8-month subscription, Clive. Very, very grateful to you. So yeah, I ordered a desk last Sunday, and it was due to arrive yesterday. But the middle of last week they said, we've got a problem with the address. They put like the wrong postcode on it or something. Anyway, had an email out of the blue today saying that they've chased Hermes, the delivery people, and it's going to arrive today, as in today, sometime between 4 and 8 p.m. It is now gone 8 p.m. and it hasn't shown up. So, and Mrs. Flush, who is just walking behind me, is about to go out and walk the dog. So if at some point I might have to put a very mild pause on the stream while I go and take delivery of my new desk. I won't stop the stream to build the desk. I'll do that tomorrow if it does show up. My inclination is, yeah, apparently an arrival estimate between 4 and 8 is what they said. My inclination is that actually it's not going to show up today. That's my feeling on the matter. But we'll see. And if I have to stop the stream to go and take receipt of my new desk, then I beg your patience while I do that. Anyway, lovely to have you all here, and let me see who we have got tonight. I'm going to disappear for a minute down here because I'm looking at the bot slave. Persephone's Twitchbot and Nightbot here, along with Egg Fried Cheese, Car the 7th, Trahuska, Storm Vision, Puzzle Dan, Keshi Head, Aspia Dog, Anosep, Clive of Legend, Prog Me, 8 Minky, me, I'm here, that's good. Matt the Ref, Theory of Game, Cetra, Dr. Mummy, Cola, Lion TK, Lingo Maniac, The Lupine One, We Just, that's a new name, I think we chatted briefly before. Welcome to the stream, lovely to have you here, We Just, if you are new. Toadboy, Dogfish, Shadowmane, Ash the Bash, Score Count, and Itogi is the count in the bot slave. That's everyone who's spoken. If you haven't spoken yet, then you won't have been logged, but you're very welcome to be here, whether you're chatting or whether you're lurking. And yeah, a special dev stream. Royal puts his new desk together. I don't think so. I don't think that will work, Matt. Because I'm going to need to take the computer out of the desk because everything's got to be relayed. I need to redo my my cable management because it is No, I can do a flat pack if it's something exciting like a desk. I can't do flat pack if it's a wardrobe or a barbecue or something singularly unexciting. Mrs. Flash is here as well.
Hi.
She says hey.
Hey.
Microphone's there.
Microphone's there. Hi guys. Hope everyone's okay. Hi Matt the Ref. Hello Shadowmane. Hi Mark. Hi Drahuska. Hi Cetra. Hi 8 Minky. Hello Shadowmane. Right, I am off out, guys. So
right,
have fun.
Go away. You're more popular than me. It's unacceptable.
Hi Toadboy. Thank you, Score Girl.
And yeah, Mr. Flush is going to walk the dog. She'll be back in a bit, I'm sure. And there was a new name I just saw, Mark with lots of numbers. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. So yeah, my entire desk area is a complete shambles at the moment. My cable management is truly abhorrent. Yeah, Getting up IKEA furniture while Gordon Burns commentates over it. That could be a good crypto fact around. I often thought, I actually said when we put some wardrobes together last week, I said to Beggs that there should be some sort of competitive flat pack event in the Olympics. Or maybe not the Olympics, but some sort of competitive putting together flat pack furniture against the clock. Ben is trying to put rod A into slot B, and oh, that's not quite right. That'd be quite good. Putting rod A into slot B. There are so many jokes there, Cashier, and just not enough time in the evening, I'm afraid. Have a nice walk, won't you? Can you not make smutty jokes about slot A and slot B, yours and mine respectively, when I'm on stream? We have got the family-friendly tag on, after all. Anyway, my wife being wholly inappropriate there. Hardwood rod C, quite right. That's score count, that is. Anyway, yeah, I'm not wearing shorts, I'm wearing trackies, Aspie. But I've rolled the leg socks, it's very warm here. And yeah, this is, say, my casual Stewie Griffin hood. I've had this t-shirt since my second year of university. It's just like from forever ago. It's old dependable. It's become a night shirt now because it's all faded, and I have better fitting shirts nowadays. But yeah, I've had this shirt probably over 10 years. Yeah, we just hang on to them. They had t-shirts back then? Yeah, they did, Clive. I am an old fart. And isn't it hilarious? I've got lager in a glass tonight because I'm feeling sophisticated. Beer Moretti, no less. It's very nice. Now, we are going to be playing I'm 32 next month, Aspie, so I'm old enough. We are going to be playing The Code tonight, and then later on a bit of Family Fortunes. Yeah, Beer Moretti is a very good brew. It's generally my go-to one. And so, yes, we're looking forward to this. We've got £3,500 in the jackpot for The Code at the moment. Just before we jump into this, I've been talking with the moderation team, the staff team, over the last few weeks, actually. And I was going to say something on Saturday, and I felt it wasn't quite the right platform to do it because Saturday was all quite hype. But you're 37 in a fortnight, Keshi, blimey. That's good. I think we're all it's a good age to be 30s. Anyway, I'm just going to go serious just for a few seconds, if you'll indulge me. There's been a few. It's the best way of saying this, discrepancies of late in the last few weeks, and I've discussed this with the staff team and with neighbouring streamers as well, partner streamers. And we've noticed discrepancies in some of the quiz action that we've been doing here, and let me preface all of this just by saying that for the overwhelming majority of people, you know this, you don't need this. This is teaching grandma to suck eggs. You don't need to be told this. But there have been more than one. There's been more than one occasion over the last few weeks and months where irregularities have occurred. And it's come to a point. It had come to a point where it was after every single stream, it seemed, that I would be discussing with the moderation team what's gone on and what we were unhappy about, what shouldn't have happened that did. And so we've just decided to address it head on, because every time it comes up and we say, are we going to act on this? Are we going to approach person X about this? And sometimes we have, but more often than not we haven't. It's been said and then nothing's been done. So we felt as a moderation team the best way to approach this was just to address it head on. And so this is my approach to addressing this head on. On the streams that you play on Royal Flushes Game Night on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I'm not speaking for anyone else, as though I dare say other streamers may want to say something similar to this in the coming days and weeks. When you're playing games on my channel on Tuesdays and Saturday nights, you play fairly. You play honestly and with good sportsmanship. If that needs spelling out any further by what I mean by that, principally, that means you don't Google the answers. You don't look stuff up. Okay? There is nothing to be achieved. Very occasionally, there will be a prize pool on the line. More often than not, it's for bragging rights, and it's for fun, and it's for testing your knowledge. That's what this is all about. And if you're Googling answers, it is not fun. It is not fun for me as a host. It is not fun for other players taking part. As someone else, it's not fun for. It's not fun for the quite a substantial number of people who have written questions for the various games that we play here. And ultimately, it's not fun for the individual who's undertaking that either, because there's what are you achieving from it? There's no real achievement to be made from it. So that's number one. There is no Googling. It's been an unspoken rule in the past, and it's been floated. And there are little things that I've done in some of my games and have started doing recently, where I will do something subtle to confirm that you're not Googling. Millionaire springs to mind. Can you confirm it's just you, me, and the computer? But I feel that the time has come to just be just a little bit more direct about it. And I'm not saying this to any one individual. I'm not saying it to any particular group. I'm not saying it. I'm not casting people out, and I'm certainly not mentioning any names of reports of things that have come to us. But we are aware there is stuff going on. We being myself and the moderation team, and we do not like it, and we do not appreciate it, and neither do other people who have reported things to us. So this is just a fair warning to draw a line in the sand, as it were, and say it stops here. Henceforth, moving forward, if we have, as a moderation team, if we have suspicions that people are playing dishonestly, people are bending the rules, people are using search engines, people are whatever, if we have suspicions about that from now on, we will be approaching people. We will be asking you to justify the suspicions, or nullify, if you like, the suspicions that we have. We will be approaching you, and if necessary, we will then be taking further action, because this has been now made abundantly clear. Okay? And on the flip side, if you are asked about something, if something comes up and you are asked about something in Discord or in the chat by a moderator during the stream, and there is a perfectly valid and fair explanation, then please don't be offended, please don't be upset. There will be no hard feelings from us. There's not a black mark against your name, but if something comes up, we need to address it. And if you've got a valid explanation for why, or can address away the concerns that were raised, it's not a problem. But we've discovered that where there are instances where in the past people have been confronted, actually more often than not people struggle. There's one person who I will mention because they're no longer a part of the community, and it was after like the second or third episode of Family Fortunes. I won't name them by name, but there was one individual who direct messaged me and basically openly admitted to cheating the game, because the surveys are all on Reddit. And then went on to rather unfavourably compare me to somebody else in the community who streams. And that person got a ban, and they're no longer a part of the community. That is not something that I enjoyed doing. It wasn't a nice experience to deal with that particular individual, and it wasn't fun to have to exclude people from the community. But if people are going to be blatant about it, as well as pejorative and insulting, then that's not the atmosphere that we want to create, and that's not the community that, for the overwhelming majority of people, understand that we have here. And it's lovely, and it's friendly, and it's fun, and it's enjoyable, and it's quiz-tastic, and we're testing what we know in our brains. All right. So I'm not saying this to be punitive, and there's a logic in, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear. That sounds a little bit totalitarian, I know. But at the same time, we, i.e. myself and the moderation team, we are going to start having to approach people. And if we have reasonable enough suspicions, and the moderation team are very astute, as am I. I've been doing this gig a long time. I have 12 years professional experience running quizzes, and I've been doing them online for the last couple of years as well. And the moderation team are all very astute, and they know the sorts of things to look for. They know the sorts of things that stand out as red flags. And yeah, I'm not going to go into details of the metrics and rubrics of what they are, but they will know. And I've had suspicions about people that I haven't voiced, and then later on, it's been revealed that that person has been playing elsewhere dishonestly. And it's like, I thought so. So we will know, and we will be starting to confront people about it, and if necessary, taking further action. That's a very long-winded way of saying what I've got to say there. I've rather gotten on a soapbox about it, and thank you for bearing with me. And apologies, I've had to start the stream off like that, but it has just got to a point where I really felt I needed to say something, and it's. I hope you can understand that and take that in good spirit and continue, as I know the majority of you do, to play these games and enjoy these in the spirit that they are intended. Google knows everything. There's nothing to achieve by Googling the answers. That's not what we're here for. Okay. So, that is that. A couple of other things I just wanted to mention on a similar subject, which is sort of related to it. The golden thing I really wanted to say there, yeah, don't Google that. Quite right, Lupine. The other things that sort of related to this that aren't quite as central issue. There's other little things that have been coming up into sort of niggly things that do slightly great after a while. People complained that I got my answer in and the bot didn't accept it, or RNG isn't picking me, RNG is being unfair, or that question is way too difficult for X, Y, and Z. All things like that. If, the question difficulty is very varied as befits a community-written trivia hub, if you like. And sometimes the bot doesn't catch things, but more often than not, it's a latency issue. If it is something integral to Twitch, that's not something I can do anything about. Okay, like when my internet dies, that's out of my hands, and I ask just for your patience with that, rather than making a big song and dance about it. And RNG is RNG. I am now, with more of my games coming out, I'm starting more and more to put metrics in to keep track of people who have played. So Google that being a key example, it tracks how many people how many games each individual person has played, and then I can manually tweak the priority list to get people into it, or exclude people from it if they've had loads. But apart from that, a lot of them don't have that, and it is just random. A lot of them are quite basic in that some of them I would just have an exclusion list, and I might just add some names on of the previous people who've played. RNG is RNG, and that's the way it goes. And it's as good a metric as any for getting people into the game. I've learned that from doing Countdown, which doesn't have, it's just people I ask and invite to come and play. And sometimes I'm falling over myself with people, or people say they'll come and play, and then they're not available on the evening, or sometimes I can't get people at all. So it's just the best way of doing it. I'm going to read down the chat because I've been talking a lot. So thank you for taking time addressing this as you speak. Thank you, 8Minky. I appreciate that. Crystal clear. Thank you, Keshi. And as Score is saying, feel free to approach either Score or me or any of the moderating team with any issues you have. What I just to add one thing, I don't want to turn this into a witch hunt, and I don't want to turn this into a who do you think he's talking about? And I know people are going to talk, because people do, and that's fine. But what I don't want this to be is turn it into some sort of vigilante experiment where you try and wrinkle out the people who you think are not playing fairly and then ostracizing them, excluding them. As far as I'm concerned, if you know you are guilty of this, there's a pretty good chance that we know you're guilty of this as well. And from this point backwards, I'm considering this is your official warning from here. So no one is going to be spoken to individually about past transgressions. Anything that you get now is from this moment onwards. Okay. So please don't turn this into a witch hunt. Please don't turn this into a who are we going to try and exclude because we don't want them in our community. That's not what this is about. It's about just being very, very clear about what's going on and the rules and the expectations that I have as being a part of this community and a part of this stream. Everyone here should play fair. Don't Google that, as Lupine says. Yes, as Matt said. Yes, feel free to whisper if you've got anything that you think is going on in the game that you feel is amiss. And again, I'm not encouraging people to just think that person's doing very well, they must be cheating, I'm going to tell Matt about that. We've got a pretty good idea of the knowledge level, the skill level of people as well after a number of times doing this. And there are also metrics that you can set by to really test people's abilities. I'm not going to reveal publicly what they are, but for example, a game like The Code or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire might be significantly easier to game than something like Danger Zone or Google That, for example. Not going to lie, there was a little bit of this ethos of if people are going to try and cheat the game, I'm going to make it so you can't, that went into the creation of Google that. There was a tiny bit of it that came about that thought, I'm just going to make a game that people can't, even if they're inclined to. Wasn't the whole thing. I had other ideas behind it as well, but there was a part of it that was that was present in my mind when it came up. So, seen repeat on bench. No. Payments of stream and then the law of absence of kind of why I didn't expect to do stuff. Yeah, as Keshi makes a really good point. He got into the deal or no deal hot seat because he was down to play Countdown that evening. Cards on the table. Keshi, I did consider briefly putting you on the exclusion list for deal or no deal. Likewise, Aspie, who was in Dictionary Corner that week, I considered putting him on the exclusion list for deal or no deal that week, but I didn't in the end, and just let it play out as it did. And RNG is RNG, and as Egg said, sometimes you'll go 18 weeks without getting in the hot seat, and some weeks you'll get 2 games in one night. So that's just how it goes. More and more, though, I'm finding my games have got audience interaction or audience play along at home as well. So there is an element of you can still take part even if you don't get your microphone out. This is not why Viz Demol. It does indeed happen. Just a smidge. What's just a smidge, Egg? That's the last message I'm coming to. You've said just a smidge and you've atted me, and that what was just a smidge? Oh, I need a drink after all that talking. Oh, the way you implemented Google that, yes. There was just a hair's breadth of it to not be gained, and it's still undergone some further tweaks over the last few days to make that even more so. But as Matt is saying, bottom line here is we're here to have fun, we're here to have a good time, play fair, be nice, and we'll all have a better time as a result of it. I don't really feel the need to say any more on the subject. But thank you very much for listening to my spiel. We're going 25 minutes into the stream now. We've not even started yet. So, yeah, we should get going. Shall we play a game? And I don't want this to be an underlying fact about the whole rest of the stream. I want to say it, forget about it, move on. Let's have a really good night. All right. Thank you very much for listening to me, guys. Let's get this game underway. If you want to play the code, you need to enter the lobby code. This game is mainly done in whispers. If I can find the right button. Where is the button? Open lobby. There we go. Pop the code in. Exclamation mark, followed by a 3-digit number of your choosing. Type leave to leave the lobby. And if you haven't got a microphone, you do need a microphone for this game. If you haven't got a microphone, you can self-exclude by typing exclamation mark exclude. You will be added to the exclusion list and you will not be picked for live play, but you will still be able to take part in the lobby. So if that applies to you, if you haven't got a microphone or you don't want to play in the hot seat for whatever reason, add yourself to the exclusion list and you won't be picked. I'm just going to go put some incense on because I'm that middle class. Sit tight, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, Mex doesn't like it, so I tend to only use it when she's out, and I tend to burn it when she's out, but it does smell nice. Okay, so automatically exclude yourself, exclamation mark exclude, if you don't want to play in the hot seat, that is, but just want to play along at home. Otherwise you might be picked for the game, and you do need a microphone if you're going to be picked for the game. What wine do I have? I talked about it earlier on. The wine is called Beer Moretti, and it's a lager. Right. While we're just waiting for this, I'm just going to turn the screen share on in the streaming channel. I might undeafen myself while I'm here as well. Where's OBS? That's what I want to share. OBS, there it is. Let's undeafen myself while we're at it. And I'll probably undeafen OBS as well so that we're ready to go. Right. Oh yeah, so you went to get food, didn't you? Ever tried Guinness? As my dad drinks quite a bit of Guinness. I've never enjoyed it, ever. I think it's an abomination before God and man, personally. But each to their own. Right, a reminder that you must have a microphone if you want to play in the hot seat, and you must be in the Discord, which is available right there. Do go and join it if you are anticipating playing in the hot seat. Come and join the Discord. The bot is online, so you should be able to join the Discord, hit the little tick, and then you'll be brought into the room. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to join the lobby or potentially join the Discord. I see a few names down here. Abme and Mark, I don't know that you're in the Discord, and if you're not, you're going to need to be if you want to be in the hot seat. There are a few people on the exclusion list already. Oh, I see Abme's on the exclusion list as well, so that's fine. But a few people down there, if they don't play, that's fine. Right, we're going to lock this lobby up and we'll get this game underway. Let's pick our players. There'll be either one, two, or three people on the team. Let's lock it up and see who we've got. It's a solo. Someone is flying solo tonight. And it's the Lupine one. The Lupine one, welcome to the game. If you'd like to make your way down to the green room, score count will sound test you. And then you'll be brought into the game. Everyone else, you're going to be playing along in the lobby from home. Yeah, it's not quite come on down, is it, score count? It's a little bit more intense, this game. Lupine is going to be joining us. I see him just coming into the green room now, which means he'll be on the live channel very shortly. So, a reminder for you at home, if you are playing along, then you need to get your answer in before the timer runs out. Again, as ever, there might be a little bit of latency going on, so you've got to whisper it to Persephone's Twitch bot. She's the one who'll be asking the questions. She might not be asking the questions, but she's certainly in the moderators. Whisper it to her, and there's an instruction that Matt's just put up there as well. And you just need the letter either A, B, or C, and you must do it before the time runs out. Keep your eye on the chat. BenBot9008. Yeah, that's right. Keep your eye on the chat, because once the chat says that time is up, time is up. And if you've got a little bit of latency your end, it might be you're actually seeing the end of the question, just as on the screen you're seeing the start of the question. So do keep your eye on the chat, but type your answer to the bot. Good evening, Ralph.
Good evening, Ben.
How are you, sir?
All right.
Good. Glad to hear it. Solid day so far?
Yeah, solid enough.
Solid.
I'm taking a day off tomorrow so I can get a bit more walking in.
Nice. Oh, are you a big walker, are you?
I'm looking to lose some weight, so walking I feel was the best way.
Seemed a very good way of doing it. For me, walking was always something done by other people rather than me. I'm more of a house cat, is how my wife refers to me. But good on you for wanting to better yourself. So I had a bit of.
The clue is in Persephone's chair logo.
Absolutely, yes. I'm very much a house cat. That's why I prefer cats as well. But yeah, I am sat in Persephone's chair, as I am most comfortable being. Right. Have you played the code before?
I think I played it.
I think you're on
a group of 3.
You were in a 3, weren't you? So yes. Maybe not flying solo before. How are you feeling about going solo?
A lot more nervous, but although I think I was picking up most of the weight in the group of 3.
Okay, well, perhaps I'll have to go back and watch some of the VODs to confirm that. But the very best of luck to you flying solo tonight. And as Egg is saying, ensure you are whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot. Any answers that you post into the public chat may be deleted and certainly won't be processed, which means you'll be out, because if you get it wrong, you're out immediately. Right. Lupine, are you ready to play?
Yep.
Okay, let's get going. Let's play the code. Here comes your first set of questions. Options are blue, Massachusetts, Castleside. Those are your options. Let's have a look at what the questions are. What colour ring is next to gold on an archery target? I have a feeling that we've seen this question before, though it might be in... I've seen it in test chat, in test game. I was going to wait for someone to confirm. Can anyone remember seeing this question before? It might be I've just seen it in test mode. That's probably more likely. Something similar but not the same, right? Thank you, score count. So, that's the first question. What colour ring is next to gold on an archery target? I have got flag questions after use marked as well. Let's have a look at question B. What US state was the first to legalise same-sex marriage? And question C. Which Durham town came to national attention in May of 2020 when Dominic Cummings paid it a visit under controversial circumstances? Loving that question, Clive of Legend. Thank you very much to you and to Kasani and to Keshihead for these 3 questions. Twitch chat, you've got to whisper your answer to the bot. Which one is true? 2 of them are lies, 1 of them is the truth. Your time starts now. Just A, B or C, you don't need the full question, just A, B or C. That question certainly hasn't come up before. Okay, Twitch chat, your time is up. So, Ralph, what are you thinking?
Well, I definitely know C is wrong because that was Barnard Castle.
Okay.
So it's between A and B, and I'm tempted to go towards A. I think it might have been a different state in New England.
You've done a lot of archery in the past.
Hardly. I haven't done any archery in Yonks, and it was only once, but I've certainly tried to envision some Olympic archery, which might be a lot easier if there were any Olympics this year.
Yeah, it might do. But you're leaning towards A. You think that Keshihead's question there is the truth.
Yes, between those 2, I'd go for A.
Do you want me to lock A in as your answer?
Lock in A.
Okay, let's lock in A. It's locked. So, what we're going to do now is reveal what the correct answer is. If you're right, you get to look for a digit in the code. If not, then it's an early shower for you, I'm afraid, Ralph. Computer, can you please reveal what's the correct answer? Oh no!
Oh!
It's not! Out for a duck! Oh, Ralph, I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry. It's not the right answer. Now, you disregarded C, and so you were torn between A and B. Let's reveal what the correct answer actually was. I think I pressed the same button, don't I? Yeah, it was B. Massachusetts was the first US state to legalise same-sex marriage. So in the lobby, Shadowmane, Cetra, Keshi, Lingo Brig, Itoki, Cola Cola, Dogfish, Stormvision and ABME. You've outlasted Ralph, who's gone out on 1 question. Let's have a look at those correct answers. What did you say C was? You thought C wasn't Castleside, it was...
Barnard Castle.
Certainly was Barnard Castle. As for A, it's not blue, the correct answer, the colouring next to golden archery target. Any thoughts what you think it might be? If not blue? Well, let's reveal it. It's red. Red is the one next to the gold. So, unfortunately, Lupine, it is going to be an early farewell, but thanks very much for coming to join us.
The man who puts the money in the safe is actually finally getting some work in now.
He's getting some work in, yeah, so he's going to be grateful for that, absolutely. Shadowmane informing us it's white, black, blue, red, gold in that order from outside to inside. Well, Lupine, it's been lovely talking to you, but unfortunately you haven't cracked the code today, but we'll see you another time. Thanks very much for playing.
Pleasure.
And we're going to end that question right there, and we have a look at the leaderboard. Clive and Ash still in the lead with 5,500. Scooter and Tipster managing 3,500. Carl the 7th Random Zombie. Lupine 1, he's still got his £1,000 left over that he split 3 ways with Carl and Random Zombie last time we played. But he's not going to be adding to that tonight. Can somebody else crack the code? We'll find out immediately. Let's start a new game. See the credits again as well. Just FYI, Ralph, I've just added you to the exclusion list, so you can still play in the lobby, obviously, on this game, but not in the hot seat. So, the first thing we need to do is add £500 to the jackpot. Takes it up to 4,000. But we're going to play another game, so we repeat the process. You remember it from just a few minutes ago. Pop in a code. And again, if you want to self-exclude, you will need to do that again. It doesn't save your preferences from last time, so you'll need to re-self-exclude, as it were. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, although 9 exclusions. You want me to take you out, Egg? Yeah, I can do that. Of course, you're element 2. Actually, no, I can just go delete array element. There we go. Yep, you're no longer on the exclusion list, Egg, so that's all good. No, he was already on it. You can't unself-exclude. It only works one way. Sorry, mate. You weren't to know. Yeah, you can exclude, but you can't include. For the reason that I might... Exactly this reason. If Lupine decided he wanted another go, he could unself-exclude. Yeah, as he's just said. Go back to finding food, Ash. Oh, bless you. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. JPB, welcome to the stream as well. Your name's just popped up on the slave bot there. Nice to have you here. And Apple Cars and Big Brother and ABME. I don't think I've said hello to you either. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Right, I'll give you another 10 seconds. Thank you for the 2-month subscription, JPB. Enormously grateful to you. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying being a part of the family. It's lovely to have you here. Day has been dayish. Got some stuff done on 1,000 Heartbeats there. That's good. Good to hear. Yeah, lots of loud noises tonight. Not as many as on Saturday. Blimey, you guys and that hype train. It was just... Oh, all the feels. Right, I've got to wait for this loop to end, and then we're going to lock the lobby up, and we're going to pick some players. Let's see who's going to be cracking the code next. It's another solo attempt. Mark 41219882, you have been selected as a solo player. Congratulations, which means you are going to need to join the Discord so that we can come and talk to you, or you can come and talk to me. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the community. So I don't think I've seen you around before. Like I say, you will need a microphone though, so do just pop yourself into the Discord server, which you can do right there. Pop yourself in, and then we can have a nice chat. If you're around. I'll give you a few seconds just to do that. And then we can get underway. Is Nightbot down? Oh no, someone else has already beat me to the Discord thing. Oh no, it's not. Nightbot is sort of here, but not there. Let me post it again. And yeah, click the tick once you've come in. Here we go, looks like Mark is in. Or maybe Mark was already in the server. Perhaps he was already here. Either way, I saw him appear in general voice chat. He appears... Oh, he's down in the green room now. Fabulous, fabulous. You did post it. Good stuff. Okay, Score Count is just doing a quick sound test on there. So everybody else, you are in the lobby game. And, yeah, that'll be good. Should I solve my Rubik's Cube while we wait for Mark? Oh, no, he's here now. Not going to do that. Mark, good evening. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Is it afternoon where you are, I'm guessing, by your accent?
Yeah, it's 20 to 4.
20 to 4. Lovely. A very good time of day. Puts you sort of East Coast United States, I would guess. So, is this your first time playing, I believe, in the code?
Yes.
Are you familiar with all the rules?
Uh-huh.
Good stuff. Good to hear. Right. Well, without any further ado, then I'm going to suggest we crack on with this. If you're ready to play, the very best of luck to you. Let's have a look at your first set of questions. Yes. Here we go. So, first options are the Spectre's Call, Aztec, a globe, and the questions are: what is the US title of the 4th installment of the Professor Layton series? Question B: Tikal was the capital of which pre-Columbian civilization in Central America? And question C: what is Zeus holding on the backside of the first modern Olympic medal awards in Athens in 1896? Hang on for your discussion just a second, Mark, as I'm going to open this up to the Twitch lobby. Twitch, you've got about 20 seconds to get your answer in. Time starts now. Which is true? A, B, or C? So about 10 seconds left in the lobby. Whisper
Well,
your answer to... Hang on a minute, Mark. Just a second, we're going to wait for the time to run out. Okay, so the Twitch audience have run out of time. All with you now, Mark. What do you think?
Well, let's see. It's not.
Say again, it's not... Did you say it's not something?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. It's not B because the Aztecs were Tenochtitlan.
Okay. So,
And
yeah.
I'm torn between A and C.
Mm-hmm. The US title of the 4th installment of the Professor Layton series, The Spectre's Call. Or C, what is Zeus holding on the backside of the first modern Olympic medal awards in Athens 1896?
I
to...
wouldn't.
Sorry, go on.
I'm hearing myself. Again. I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, that might be... Are you on mobile?
Yeah, I'm
No,
on. I have.
Ooh, right. You might want to load
It's
up
a
the
lucky
Go
guess
Live
here.
on
I'll
Discord.
have to.
Oh, hang on a sec. Right, let me stop stream. I have got the Go Live on Discord up. It might be... Oh, crap.
Can
what
I-
have I done?
I'm gonna guess A.
You're going to guess A. Just give me a
I've
second
never.
to put the OBS up, because if you watch it in Discord, then you won't have any sound problem that's going on. So hopefully you can see the Go Live in Discord now, which means you can mute the server. Sorry, what are you saying? You're going to go with... What are you going to go with?
I'll go with A.
A. You want to lock A in?
Yes.
Okay. It's locked. What is the US title of the 4th installment of the Professor Layton series? Thanks to Aspie, DMM and Apple Cars for these questions. Computer, can you please reveal which question is correct? It's not A!
Oh dear.
Oh, Mark, another early exit. No, not A apparently, and that question also catching out Applecast, JPB, Car, the Lupine One, ABME, Shadowmane, Puzzle Down, Togi, Keshi, Briggs, Cetra, Lingo, Ape Storm, and Clive.
So I've got a quick factoid on question A for you, Ben, if you'd like.
Yes, please, Egg. Go ahead.
So, The Spectre's Call is a Professor Layton installment. It is a 4th installment, but for the UK, not the US.
Aspie's question catching us out there. Well, let's have a look and reveal what the correct answer actually was. It was C. You were right to dismiss B there, Mark. Yes, it certainly wasn't B, but it's C. Thank you to Applecast for that question. Zeus is holding a globe on the back of the first modern Olympic medal awarded in Athens in 1896. Congrats to Matt, Dogfish, Trahuska, Egg, Cola, and Aspie for surviving that question. Let's reveal what the correct answers actually were. So for B, you said it wasn't Aztec. Any idea what you think it might be?
Would that be the Incas?
Let's have a look.
I don't know. The Mayas. The
Mayans.
Mayas. No, it wasn't.
Not the Aztecs. Let's have a look at question A. It's not the Spectre's Call. According to Egg, that is the UK version. What's the US version? It's called The Last Spectre. Last Spectre. That's the name of the game, though. Really bad luck there, Mark, but unfortunately you are not going to be cracking the code tonight, but thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
And so another 500 will be going into the jackpot board. Into the jackpot board? That doesn't make even a world of sense, Ben. It's going to go to 4,500, and we'll have someone coming to try and crack that code very shortly. And as Matt is saying, yes, no spoilers in chat until after the answers have been revealed. So, Mark, you've got a really difficult username. to add to the exclusion list here, so I'm just going to copy paste it that way. Let's go to the exclusion list. On the plus side, having single players does mean it's easier for me to mentally keep track of who has been in already. So we've got the lupine one on mark 4121 4121 412 1982. I think that looks like a date actually, but possibly a date of birth. Right, lobby's going to open up again. If you want to come and play, have a look at. No, don't have a look at anything. Add £500 to the jackpot.